Hey guys, Skewy here. For this video I thought I'd take you a little bit sort of in-depth but not in-depth on modding and how you should mod weapons, because there is a big difference between just chucking mods on that sound cool and actually modding to the weapon. So what I'm going to focus on here is I'm going to have one status weapon and one crit weapon. So ultimately, from my experience, which isn't absolutely godlike, and I am not an expert, this is what I've learned, I will make that clear. There's two types, there's a crit and there's a status. So each gun more or less is good in crit or good in status. So I picked the Amprex, which is more or less a lightning gun. It shoots out electricity. I'm trying not to pick higher level weapons so you can sort of get what I'm saying with a weapon you know. The Amprex isn't overly great, but it's fun. But anyway, it is a status gun. Electricity. You look down here, you're either going to have impact, slash, what's the other one? Piercing, which is slash, impact, puncture is the other one. I'm so good at this game and doing YouTube things. Or you're going to have a status, which is fire, ice, electricity. They're not called that, it's heat, blah blah blah. But electricity is our first. So the first one you want to put on, mainly every weapon will have this little wire spot. You're going to want your Serration mod, which is damage, ultimate damage. Straight up to 48 for my electricity. So with these ones, you're going to want to build the gun to its strengths, not build its weaknesses, which is what I used to try and do. So it's an electricity gun. Let's put more electricity on it, shall we? Bang. 92. So we've still got 13 slots. This gun isn't great with mods yet. I'm still formering it. You can chuck on your split chamber when you get 15 spots. For multi-shot, it will double up your damage, potentially. So you'll get 150-ish. 180-ish. Because I'm good at maths. But it's usually around 150, 60, because it's a multi-shot, it has a chance, not dead set smash them with a multi-shot. You can put your beam shit on. That to me does nothing, but I'm not an expert, as I was saying. Here are your crit mods. So you've got critical chance, which will boost up your critical chance up top, but we're not aiming for crits. We are looking for these little babies. So I don't have the electric one of a status mod, which is toxin and status chance, or I have heat and status chance. So I'm going to chuck on, you can experiment, that's radiation, this is what I want, or you can, bang, do corrosive, which is another good one. So that's given me 120 corrosive damage from 22 electricity with a 35. So every tick of this weapon has 35% to put corrosive damage on them. What these crit mods do is add 60% to that. So 60% of 35 is what, 20? Something like that. That'll put it up to 55. And so on and so forth. You want more crit mods. There's critical, fucking status, not crit. So status. It's here somewhere. It's your crit chance. I'm really bad at this. Status mod, where the fuck? Maybe I've already got an up there. Wow. So you can see if that works. Oh, I've only got 6. Never mind. Alright, so I don't have another status mod that will fit. But potentially when I get the lightning one, which I'm trying to make my brother do because he got me all these ones, because he sits at home playing spy missions all day. But that has basically got me 120 corrosive damage with a 35% chance extra. So that's not bad. It's not great, but for the weapon it's at and the max, like, it'll do. Fun. Alright, so I've got this configuration here. It is a crit configuration. So I've got percent for crit, 6.6 times damage, with no status, impact at 812, because it's an impact weapon. I will show you this. This is just the latest version of it. And puncture. So what I did when I go across to this is it had 38, 3, 149. So I want to build it because it's already a 38, so it's more a crit gun, and being a sniper rifle, you know it's more a crit gun than a status gun. 28 or 16 as opposed to 38. So we want to build the crit up. So first thing we do, Serration. When you former, this is the one you want to former first, till you get the primed mod. So then we're going to go for our multi-shot, which is split chamber. Now this is a harder mod to get, but it's the second one I normally put on. So I've gone up to 624 now. And we're going to go move across and see if I can do this time. Critical chance. We want that baby on there. I wanted impact. You can move through the schools here. I call them schools to find them, but I'm just moving along the line. I'll probably have to go back. So there's your critical damage. So 120% critical damage. That should be my 6.6. I will put that on later, but that's not for the video. Now this one gives me punch through, plus a 5% chance to enhance critical hits from primary weapons. So when you're punching people in the face, that could set in and go 10% crit extra. That'll give me 105%. So that's where my orange crits are coming from. In this game you have 3 levels of crits for status and crit. Yellow, orange, red. I can't get reds yet, but I'm getting some oranges now. And they're basically kill shots. Oranges on whatever enemy you're going to come up against in a normal mission, it's a kill shot when you get an orange. Sometimes I get 170,000. So the only one we were looking for was fire rate, which we don't exactly absolutely need. But you could put punch through, which is very good. Which means if you take a shot and there's a line of people, you're going to, with the punch through I'll have for this, which are 2.0 plus 2.1, 4.1, you'll kill like 10 enemies in a row if you line them up perfectly. It is very beautiful. You can kill people through doors, through walls. We have a mission where we start off in spawn and we move to extraction. We sit next to extraction and it's just this long hallway where we can just shoot through the door and get kill shots. It's cheating, but it's so fun. So we got Shred, I'm pretty sure was the last one I put through, which is punch through and fire rate. Just Google the names of these mods and you'll find out where they drop and what their drop chance is. I can't tell you offhand. So our fire rate still isn't where we had it, but our punch through is bigger. So obviously I had a different mod, which was speed trigger. So that is basically how you mod up to crit. You want to get your crit chance up and get your impact up first. So your impact should be your first thing you do to get your bullets making more damage, get your crit chance up, get your headshots, and it'll make you more effective at killing. Play with your punch through. You don't really need any sort of status on a crit gun. It doesn't really give you, well, any sort of advantage. It'll give you a little bit of electricity damage if you put electricity on there, but you want to just mainly stick to crits. If I had more capacity, I'd probably put Metal Auger on there just for more punch through, just to make it dirtily OP. I think I've got all the crit mods I can get, apart from a few primed ones. But ultimately, we are just after the 95, the 6.6, and the 812. And that makes a hell of a lot of difference. As for, same as this is a crit gun, 2700 slash, 68% chance, 4.0 multiplier. It's pretty nice. You will notice certain guns will get the same sort out of a status, the Arca Plasmor. I bought this with Plab just because it looked filthy and I'm in love with it so much. 6,970, 2,904 with an 81% chance. I'm getting good crits with this. Ultimately, you probably won't be up to something like that, whereas you can get your Ingus or Ignis and you put your status up. I'm still formering this, so it's 136.27. I need to level it way more and form it a couple more times to get the status I need. But just aim for getting the status effect going and use them to your advantage. Google what your enemies are good and bad against and use them against them. It makes a hell of a lot of difference when you're using a survival and you're using the right weapons to go from 10 minutes and struggling to 40 minutes and, well, not struggling, but going, yeah, we're still good. It takes a lot in Warframe to learn these skills, but once you get it down and you play around with them, like, it takes up so much time. There's days when me and my brother just sit here for 2 hours or an hour and just go, oh, okay, what if I do this? What if I do that? Okay, I need to do this. Okay, we'll put this on. And so forth. It's just messing around with it. Have a play. Same as your melees. Pretty much, if you want to do anything with them, you can. I try and make them status, but you can make this slash and put 100 million slash on it. I haven't tried it yet because melee is not really my strong suit, really. Most of the time I don't even have them on. But yeah, guys, that's basically the difference between status and crits, and modding effectively with your weapons will make a hell of a difference, guys. So just try it out, give it a go, play around with your weapons, former it, make your polarities green, and see what you can do with it, because it makes a hell of a difference, and it's a lot of fun when you get in game on a level you couldn't play a week ago and just start slaughtering people. It's a lot of fun. So I hope you took something out of this, guys. Cheers for watching, cheers for hanging around. Drop a sub if you're new. Be more Warframe and some Siege coming soon. So just thank you so much, guys. Cheers.